JJ. We will rock you.
Well, that was the scene outside of the courthouse as the crowd chanted JJ's favorite song just moments after Lori-Vallow Daybell was found guilty on charges of murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and grand theft in the deaths of her two kids, JJ and Tylee, and her husband's late wife, Tammy. Good evening, I'm Shira Matsuzawa. Thank you for joining us here on the News at 10. Dozens of people waited inside and outside of the Ada County Courthouse for that verdict today, myself included, and our Morgan Romero walks us through what unfolded.
Lori-Vallow Daybell is convicted of murder. A 12-person jury unanimously decided she was guilty a little before 1 p.m. Friday afternoon after about 7 hours of deliberation. This comes after nearly 6 weeks of trial, with jurors hearing from about 60 witnesses and seeing gruesome and at times complex and uncomfortable evidence. The judge told people inside the courtroom Friday not to react loudly when that verdict was read, but outside the courthouse, it was a different story.
The defendant would please rise.
We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn to try the above entitled action for our verdict, unanimously answer the questions submitted to us as follows. Question number 1. In regards to count 1 of the amended indictment, is Lori Noreen Vallow not guilty or guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder of Tylee Ryan and grand theft by deception? Answer, guilty. Not guilty or guilty of first-degree murder of Tylee Ryan. Answer, guilty. Is Lori Noreen Vallow not guilty or guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder of Joshua Jackson Vallow and grand theft by deception? Answer, guilty. Is Lori Noreen Vallow not guilty or guilty of first-degree murder of Joshua Jackson Vallow? Answer, guilty. Is Lori Noreen Vallow not guilty or guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder of Tammy Daybell? Answer, guilty. Is Lori Noreen Vallow not guilty or guilty of grand theft? Answer, guilty.
Life sentence, Lori. Yeah.
The verdict came down quickly. Jurors started deliberating around 2 p.m. Thursday after closing arguments from both sides and went for more than 4 hours on Thursday night. They deliberated for only about 3 hours Friday morning. The jury decided what the facts are based on the evidence presented, including witness testimony, and applied it to Idaho law. They determined the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt all the crimes happened. To be found guilty of first-degree murder in Idaho, the jury did not have to believe Lori physically killed Tylee, JJ, or Tammy, just that she told someone or encouraged someone to kill them. During closing arguments Thursday, the prosecution said the evidence is clear that Lori was involved. Many onlookers cheered once all 6 guilty counts were read. Some even cried. Rhonda Shields was one of them.
I think because I'm a mom, and I'm emotional anyways, but I just think there was so much question and so much circumstantial evidence, and we didn't know for sure whether she was going to be found guilty. So I think when she did, on all counts, it just was overwhelming, and I think it just kind of came out my eyes, and then watching the grandparents and listening to them and their gratitude, and it's been long and ugly, and it just is a beautiful thing to see justice actually being served.
Prosecutors won't go on camera because of Chad Daybell's trial next year, but they said in a statement they're committed to pursuing justice for the victims. Madison and Fremont County prosecutors said, quote, "We are very pleased with the jury's verdict, and we want to thank them, as well as the alternates, for their service over the last 6 weeks during this trial." They also thanked countless law enforcement and community members who worked tirelessly to hold Lori accountable. The judge decided to hold Vallow's trial here in Ada County because there were better chances of getting a fair and impartial jury. So while Vallow has been here, she will be transported back to Fremont County where the crimes occurred within the week. Her sentencing will also take place in Fremont County in 3 months. She could spend the rest of her life behind bars. Reporting in Boise, Morgan Romero, Idaho's News Channel 7.
For the families, though, who have been waiting for justice, this verdict has been a long time coming. Moments after the verdict was read, JJ's grandparents, Kay and Larry Woodcock, came out of the courthouse and talked with the media. JJ and Tylee went missing in September of 2019, and it was JJ's grandparents right there who sounded the alarm when they couldn't get a hold of JJ. And they asked for a welfare check. So today was a big day for them. They embraced one another as that verdict was read. And Larry said he told Kay he loved her when he heard that guilty verdict. Now, I also talked with Tylee's aunt, Annie Cushing, and I asked her if she had a message for Lori. Hear what she had to say, as well as the Woodcocks after that verdict came down.
I don't. I've thought through, like, if there's anything I would want to say to her. It would fall on deaf ears. You know, she's a psychopath. She has no concern whatsoever about the pain and suffering she's caused other people.
My final message to Lori. Y'all ready? Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Lori, it ended.
We are elated with this. There was some doubt we would get all of them, all guilties, but we did it. The prosecution is amazing. The law enforcement is amazing. They became our family, and we're keeping most of them for the rest of our life.
Now, I've spoken with Annie several times over the years when the kids first went missing and then when their remains were later found, but she actually stopped talking publicly a couple of years ago until today. Both Kay and Larry, as well as Annie, say while they're happy about today's verdict, it's bittersweet because it doesn't bring back JJ or Tylee. And Lori Vallow's family also released a statement after today's verdict. They said, in part, we fully accept the determined decision in our justice system, and we understand this is just one step towards justice for the beloved victims in this case. Despite today's verdict, we are left with our grief and sorrow over the loss of Tylee and JJ, who are irreplaceable. Our family will always feel this loss and will never be the same. We will continue to honor their memories to the best of our ability. And many of you were watching Dateline NBC special on the trial for Lori Vallow right here before us here on the news at 10. And the 2-hour special took us through Lori's life, the murders, and the guilty verdict handed down today. And we were watching along with many of you as that special unveiled material that was shown to jurors in court, but maybe haven't been made public or available to the public just yet. And one thing is from Hawaii, when police first served Lori Vallow court documents when the search was on for the kids who were missing at the time.
Do you need something?
Any questions?
You have any questions for that?
No?
Okay.
And that was that video from Hawaii. You can read much more about this right now at ktvb.com. And as always, keep it right here on News Channel 7 for the latest on this case, for in-depth reports, reaction from JJ and Tylee's family, and to listen to the full verdict, just head on over to ktvb.com.